Welcome back everyone to my latest Endless Space 2 Let's Play. This time around I'm using update 3 and playing as the Riftborn on Endless difficulty, the hardest difficulty. So I'd say our start is pretty average actually so far. We haven't been blessed with a lot of colonizable planets. Our starting home system only has 2 extra planets. Often you would have 4 within the starting system. And both of these planets are pretty late game actually before you can pick up those terraforming techs. So yeah, it could have been a better start. We do have a minor race over here which I've already started to try to influence in hope of assimilating them a bit later on. I have actually already met one major faction which doesn't happen to be those guys. It's actually the Lumeris. I think that's a random pirates or something, or an event. Those ships were over there. Yeah, so Lumeris are in the game. In fact, all of the major factions are within the game. We've got 6 competitors here. There are only 7 available. There will be 8 on release. I've already been able to use one of my time shifting or changing abilities on the capital system. And yeah, I should end the turn and get going again. So at the moment I'm basically trying to find as much territory as possible, new systems, and also get some colony ships out and colonize some new systems. In fact, this turn I picked up a new technology, which is the ability to colonize savannah worlds and also unlocks free movement, which probably won't be as important on this map type because the constellations are all linked pretty much, although there's the odd system which won't be connected to the main constellation. Technology, right, to be honest I haven't got a bloody clue what I'm going to go for next, so I'll have to have a think about that in a minute. The nebula we have found happens to be over there, and there's a few directions that come off it by the looks of it. Our population has grown on our home system. That was actually the minor race which uses food in a normal fashion, unlike our Riftborn population which requires to be built. A colony ship was completed this turn. So, question is, which direction do I want to send it? There's desert, savanna, and lava in that direction. There's ash, lava. I'm gonna send it towards Lyra, I think, because it will connect up here a little bit. Not an awful lot. I do get enough colony ship out next turn. Yeah, I don't want some colonizing that and then that being isolated. That's the reason why I'm going up there. Probably is more chances, say, the Lumeris coming in here and nicking that. The Lumeris don't actually use colony ships, they use dust to colonize, so there is a chance they could nick distant colonies off me. There's the Shadow Scout ship which has arrived back over here. It doesn't have any probes back, so let's move it in that direction. Right, colony ship in the list. Right, research. Let's come back in here and make a decision, and there's a lot of text to choose from. Okay, it took a minute out to have a look around, see what I actually want to pick up. What I'm going to do, I think I'm going to avoid these colonizing techs for a while. I don't think there's too many of those planets nearby. There might be 1 or 2. But what I'm going to actually come for is this tech, PEV scale accelerators. My home planet happens to be cold, I believe, so that will help it. Also, we can find more curiosities, which is important, and also it will unlock the next curiosity level. Within the tech tree, basically each quadrant and each section of a quadrant, you need to unlock a certain amount of techs within it to unlock the next era. In this case, we've already unlocked one technology within the second part of the science and exploration quadrant, so yeah, once I get one tech here, it will unlock that, and also that deed will then be available as well as being able to potentially research any of those. Okay, so that is it for the turn. Yes, I did take the colony ship out. Let's end the turn. I think I need 55 influence to give praise them again, which I may well do depending on circumstances. Right, a hero actually has had a level up, so I could get another 10 production there. There's that, which isn't so useful for our guys. I think I've actually hit the pop cap on my home system already, sadly. because it's crap. Oh, there's production bonus there. I'll take that one. The second one I probably won't take anytime soon because it's just food. Okay. You know what? Well, I've got 5 population on the home world. Yeah, it's going to be exactly the same. In fact, having said that, that's extra food, which is better. Okay. Thought I'd mucked up for a second. Didn't really matter either way, actually, really. There's unknown empire there. That's not Lumeris, right? So that could be an issue. There's changes in combat again in this patch update, but yeah, we haven't had a chance to see them. We may do coming up here. I'm really tempted to get that over there now, but will I be attacked by them? I'm gonna risk it. I think I very well may be attacked here though. Okay, let's kick that quickly and colonize that savannah world. Okay, that's going to take 20 turns. I think the well, with the other factions, major factions that use food on the outpost, they often have ferries, freight coming from a system to give the outpost a boost. I don't think that's the case. Well, it's definitely not the case food-wise with the Riftborn. It doesn't seem to be a negative here though for the outposts either. So you can colonize a lot quicker, arguably, with the Riftborn and the other major factions. Right, the colony ship was completed this turn. We don't have the specialization there yet. Let's get up some. Well, is happiness more important? Yeah, I'll get the happiness up here. Let's get to ecstatic, which will give us an influence boost. The boost to food that you get from ecstatic isn't so important with these guys, though, is it? And you only get a boost from dust and science if you happen to be ecstatic as on an empire scale rather than a local scale. Production, there's no bonuses for happiness, I believe. So this is debatable. I could get in some production. 10 production. Yeah, that's interesting. Okay. I think I'd do that before the happiness. Right, I've got 1 movement. Let's colonize here as well. Okay. Now I would very much like to use some Hyperium if I had enough, but I don't. To boost these. But yeah, we've already got 3 outposts on the go. That seems pretty good to me. I could do with getting another scout ship out. Okay. There's luxuries which, although I wouldn't be able to use yet, I definitely want to find out about. I'm really hoping to find Blue Cat Mold. It's probably the best for the Riftborn, I think. I had that in the test game I played and it was very, very useful. So let's bring that down here. Blue Cat Mold is extra science, a huge amount of extra science when the settlements come in, and it's good for all major factions actually. Probably one of the best luxuries to start the game with. Okay, so we've got science choice again, so that's wonder we could build and an objective as well. Curiosities, more of them become available, another ship module. You can actually find unique ship modules from Curiosities now, and that's amazing. I've had that happen in a test game I did, and you can find some very powerful ones as well. If I actually show you the military quadrant, this is probably the quadrant that's had the most changes within this update, so it's a lot different. There's a lot of actual new modules now. This whole system is a lot more interesting than it used to be. They changed, well, most lanes here actually, so the extra command points are in different locations and the text that give them are slightly different. The weapons themselves are very different as well. Previously, each time you entered a new era within the quadrant, you would get a ton of ship upgrades. That doesn't really seem to be the case anymore. Instead, you get extra capacity for manpower on your empire, and also sometimes your ships gain a bit of extra experience. But yeah, you don't get a new set of weapons each time. You actually have to research them within the tech tree, or actually like I mentioned, pick up rare modules from curiosities, you can get weapons. So yeah, there's quite a lot of different things going on within that quadrant. Now, what the hell tech am I picking up here? I have no idea. I would like some more production, but it's actually in the third era of economy and trade, so it's not easily gotten to. What might make it easier to get to is actually by getting more science. So I'm going to start coming down here. You can see here as well, there's a key, and this tells you more details about everything you find within the tech tree. So these links facilitating techs, you can see this line down here. It makes the future techs cheaper if you get the prerequisite one. So probably you're going to want to do that in a lot of circumstances. Even if you research in a later era within a quadrant, you can always come back and research previous era stuff as well. Okay, let's end the turn. Right, next turn I can do a couple of things. I can spend some Hyperium should I wish. And I also have enough to praise the minor race again. Let's get movement done. We found another major faction, the Sophon. Welcome to the Sophonity. There are some among us who doubt your intellectual chops. Please prove them wrong. They are reserved. Okay. If we actually take a look in diplomacy as well, this you see that thing there? Pressure trend. I believe that's to do with influence. Your influence really determines how much a faction likes you or their attitude towards you. So I believe they have more influence than us currently. That's why the pressure trend's going down. So they will become more and more hostile over time. And they may even make demands later on, which if you get to a certain influence threshold, advantage over an AI or them over you, yeah, they can do this. And I think if you deny them, then you actually immediately go to war. So this is really the first update where there's a lot of new diplomacy stuff. It's not fully implemented quite yet, though, I think. Okay, so there's our scout ship has arrived up here. Let's send the probe. You know what? I'm going to send a probe over there. I actually want to come towards that minor race because if you use expeditions on a minor race's planets, they actually like you more because of it. So that could definitely be a good idea. Let's praise this again. This one's more expensive. You know what? If I were to wait one turn, I think that cost would go down. So it might be worthwhile waiting a turn. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. And what else was I thinking of this turn? Oh, the Hyperium for the outpost. So the outpost is 18. So it's, if we come here, you can see a couple of bonuses. 20% from the constructionist racial traits, and outpost exploitation. There's only 3 production on that world. So what about this world? There's 6 on that, so that one's getting done quicker. And that one is 3 on that world. So the one with 2 I should probably help out if I'm going to help one of them out. 12 turns. Which one was the slowest? 18. Alright, I'm going to do that one. Okay, so that will now get done in 6 turns. Right, let's end the turn. Right, so production building got done there. Production's important for every major faction, but especially with the Riftborn. Welcoming heroes. The academy has been located. That now means that the heroes will come for everyone. We discovered a new minor race, the Mavros. I'll come to them shortly. So where was that academy? I discovered the planet Harrow. So, that's where the academy is. Looks like we might have found the academy ourselves, actually. Right. I won't read that, but if you want to pause and check it out, be my guest. Marketplace, Super Spuds Influx. This is actually new within the update. Marketplace now gets the commodities price fluctuates. So currently, super spreads are available, supposedly. Yeah, they fluctuate due to events. They can drop in price, they can gain in price depending on supply and demand. Right, so where are the Mavros? They are very near to us. I really like the Mavros actually because they gain bonuses on Hot Wheels, which in the test game I did, I had tons of Hot Wheels. It came in very handy. Uh, Especially, what reason why I like them is because their political output is industrialist, which is the same as ours. That could be very useful. This is new as well, pragmatist. They added this in addition to pacifist and warmongers for the minor races. The affiliation trait, minus 20% system improvement cost, reduced on systems, very powerful. Let's make contact. And you know what? I will praise those guys. Right, it's 40 for the next one. Should I come back here and praise these guys again? If you get halfway, then you can actually get quests. So getting to that point is pretty good. These guys are pacifists, so they naturally give +1 per turn. Let's praise those guys again. So we get +3. Increase our rate. I got 39 left. I could even... no, I need 55 for those. How about those? Now, splitting up my influence could cause me issues, actually. Maybe I should concentrate on one. Okay, let's do automated movements. Production this turn is that. So how much industry are we getting? 140 seems pretty decent. Yeah, I think I will complete the supermarket next. The technology we picked up, the extra research and colonization of tundra worlds. Okay, the next tech I'm gonna pick up is non-baryonic particles. I actually had a check around the local systems to see what planets they had, and there were a few steps planets, so this will be useful for that fact, and I can get more research as well, which is rather important. So that's the next tech. 2 turns for that. Let's end the turn. Okay. Academy power increase, so new heroes will be at level 2. Hero management screen, which, yeah, nothing new here, I think. Dead Seeker of Truths failed. Right, someone else got to 10, research 10 curiosities before I was able to, sadly, so they got a bonus for that. It's going to be a while before we get our next hero, but, yeah, at the moment, it looks like we're going to get a Seeker or a Counselor. That's a likely outcome based on our actions, which each give points towards them. Okay, let's get the movement done. We've actually found a Sophon world. It's not the capital either, they've actually colonized this. Right, so they're right near to that, and they're right near to that, which, yeah. They could be invested in here. I think it only shows you the ally when they get to that level, 75, which is very late on. So I'm really I need to get to 50 reasonably quickly. That's the aim here with these. Let's bring that up here. Get some curiosities done on there. That's gonna help. Okay, I've got happiness coming in. Should I get another colony ship out next turn? Yes, I shall. Okay, let's end the turn. Right. Diplomatic relation change with Nyrus or Nyrus. We are now cordial. This manufacturer will provide you with a limited portion of their resources. New minor civilization discovered, Bagaba. This is another new one as well added in this update. These guys are pacifists. The bonus is culturally resistant. Not sure how useful that would be. Own culture conversion costs and systems. Right. So they happen to be located all the way up there on Mintaka. Right. Quite far away at the moment then. Hero got a level up, now at level 4. I'm going to pick up the next production bonus. Right. Let's Come out of there, close that. Let's do automated movement this turn. Okay. Let's do some curiosities here. Okay, let's do that one first. I tend to do the ones that are easiest to colonize or already available to be colonized. In this case, it seems that was a bad idea. There's a trap. Shuttle pirates. Prepare for battle. Now, this is a really minor combat, so I won't go into details yet of all the new combat stuff. We'll wait for a bigger battle. I'm just going to retreat in this instance. You're attempting to retreat via an unknown star lane. Well, hopefully we are able to, but I'm not 100% sure. Yes. Aftermath. Victorious or defeated. Fighting is over. Blah blah. Okay. So we're going up in that direction. I think I want to acquire these guys more than those guys. So I might well invest in here a bit quicker. Yeah. Let's do that. So it's gone up by 2. And I think the modifier resets as well, but I don't think the initial one counts as 7 turns. So it's kind of misleading potentially there about how much extra you're going to get. Right. Production. Colony ship coming in next turn. I'm going to take a minute out to figure out what research I'm doing. Okay, the next tech I'm going to pick up is Astrofinance. I want to start heading up towards this 3rd era to get some production and also to get the basic system development, which I need luxuries for. Trade is also up in this direction as well, so this is very, very important pretty early on. I do need to get a decent combat ship over here more than likely, and there's also this tech which will give experience for those ships, but I probably don't quite need it yet. I'd say the Sophons and Lumaris are probably more peaceful than many of the races, so we may have been lucky having them as neighbours, but who knows, they could be... Oh, speaking of, that's United Empire, who are very, very aggressive in that direction, so yeah, they're not too far away from us. Let's end the turn. I think it was another colony ship in the build list as well. So there's a colony up here which I can now colonize in a bit, and one down there. There's probably a race to get towards that one if the Sophons are nearby, I would imagine. Let's come in here and get that colony ship out. And that's going to be amazing long term. But yeah, let's come down here. Yeah, there's not much luxuries, which I'm really worried about. There's only this food one, which is absolutely bloody worthless for the Riftborn. So yeah, that's problematic to say the least as well. Let's come down here. If it's possible, if I take it out to Hannah. Let's get over there. Figure that out in a second. Might be attacked here now though. Okay. And right, okay, it's working good. Let's move that up there. Okay, I need 70 for that next. That's not good. Yeah, I think the Lumaris have gotten up to 75 already with those guys, so I'm not gonna beat them unless I can get to 50 and complete the quest very quickly. It's gonna take at that rate 5 turns to get to 50. Could speed it up. 70 I need. Okay, let's end the turn. How many turns has this got left on it as well? 2. I've got enough money to actually do another one though. Okay, there's a political survey in. Who's got your votes? I don't believe that has anything new in this update to mention, so I won't read that. Looks like the ecologists are en route to win, which probably isn't something I want. There's a colony down there. Let's get that out. I'll bring it up to the zoo system. Okay, let's do the automated movement this turn. Looks like one of my probes that was sent down here found a system that's off the main constellation. There's a nebula, happens to be over there. And right, so that shadow ship is damaged. I need to be a bit careful with it. Am I allowed to? Yeah, I am allowed to travel across free space, so I might want to go up there. Could get up to here and have a look at stuff. I have one probe. You know what? I'm gonna save that. Well, 4 turns. Maybe I shouldn't. Let's send it up there and come up there. Okay, come back to there. Production, colony ship we've done. Right, let's end the turn. Outpost became a fully fledged colony. Our singularity has expired. Viacrus, let's manage that. Low manpower. Your empire's lacking troops to fill your systems and fleets. Now this is an issue with the Riftborn, but I don't really have the time or the production to build manpower yet. So my planets will be vulnerable to invasion if anyone were to try to invade. I'm going to select that, and I'm also going to add in a machine embodiment, get another population up here. Right, so that's done for that system. Okay, I may even want to get 2 of those, kind of depends how what my money's like. Let's have a look here. So that's content, sadly, and not happy. Is my empire approval over? Oh, it's ecstatic. Yeah, I think I'm going to keep on to my lord, and it seems to be working pretty well, this one. Even if it does give minus 10 per science, I'm getting back 30% from being ecstatic. And dust. So, right, extra population there. Let's do the automated movement this turn. Okay, so we've got a colony ship there. Now, if I wanted to speed things along here, the cost has gone up because we've got 2 fully fledged colonies now. So timing this is important, actually. Yeah, at the moment we have a lot of, well, don't have much in the way of extra resources, so can't really speed this along. Let's colonize here. Low production, so it's going to take a while. 21 turns, in fact. Right, and there's another one over here. Let's bring it down to there. Not really sure the value of this colony, to be honest, but I will colonize it. Yeah, I just don't need rent sand all that much, do I? I can sell it in the marketplace later on, though. And that... Ooh. Wait. You're settling in that system next to the mighty, intellectually unparalleled sovereignty. Bad karma, man. Do it again. Seriously, bad stuff will go down. Yeah, now wary. So, yeah, that was another reason why maybe I shouldn't have colonized there, actually. But, too late now. I have to deal with it if they get aggressive. If you have a look here, the trend is minus 2.4, so they are low in relations. Yeah, so, colonizing that and mentioning the marketplace reminded me of what tech I wanted to go for next. I think it might very well be the marketplace. So that will unlock that, get towards the production. Yeah, why the hell not? So let's close that, and 55 influence I have. 70 I need, okay. Is that plus 4 still? Yes it is. Let's enter.
We are outcasts in the chaos that is your universe, willing to do anything to save our own.